Hey everyone, this is Hans Vergent of Usergrowth, and I've got an important question for you. If you have one adult male lion versus one full-grown velociraptor in a fight to the death, who would win? Actually, that's not a very important question, but it is relevant to digital marketing, and I will explain you why. Over here at Usergrowth, we're a fan of a website called Quora that actually has an excellent answer posted to this question. Quora is an amazing social network. It is based on people asking questions and people answering them, and it's got incredible quality. People answering the questions go really deep into the topics. And if you look this one up in the hypothetical battle section, you can find a very detailed answer who would really win in that fight. So how can you use Quora for your marketing? Well, in this video I'm going to be talking about Quora, one of my favorite online communities that can drive traffic to your website. It can help you do market research, it can help you get inspiration for topics to produce content around. Basically, an all-around awesome place online, and you probably never heard of it, or don't have an account on it yet. I will tell you why you need to be on there, how to find great topics, and how to use Quora to drive traffic for your website and use it for your marketing. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel, that way when we have more marketing videos like this, you'll get notified. Quick question. How many of you are already using Quora for your marketing? If you are, leave a comment with yes. If you're not, leave a comment with no. Either way, this video will bring you lots of valuable information to step up your game either way. And let's dive into today's lesson. Let me first quickly explain what Quora is for the people that never heard of it before. Quora is a Q&A website where people go and ask questions on any topic. If you're one of those people who are interested in just random stuff, you know, the people that hit the random article button on Wikipedia, you can eat your heart out on Quora. There's random questions like, how hard is it to be an Olympic athlete? You can ask these questions on Quora and you'll probably get an Olympic athlete or some trainer of them to respond to you. Or you can ask a question like, how do I rank on page 1 of Google? Or who are the top marketers in the world? You can literally ask any question and someone will respond. Next to that, Quora is also available in a lot of languages in the world, making questions around local events and information related to your country and your local business a possibility as well. So regardless of your industry, one of the best platforms for growing your audience is Quora. Quora has 300 million active users monthly in 2018, up from 200 million in 2017. Sure, it's not as big as Twitter or Instagram, but its active user base is growing. 57% of it is female. Quora users are 37% more likely to be in management positions compared to the general adult population. And adults are spending twice as much time on Quora compared to LinkedIn, and businesses using Quora ads have seen up to 4 times more conversions than on any other platform, just to name some statistics. And the reach of Quora doesn't just stay on the platform. By writing on Quora, you've got a good chance of being featured on major publication sites like Forbes. The reason for this is that a lot of major publications are starting to source content directly from Quora and using certain answers straight as content on their website. So yeah, as you can see, there's a good reason to be on Quora. But since there are so many questions asked on the platform, how can you filter out the questions that will bring the most value to you and not waste your time? What are good questions that deserve an answer from you? Well, over at Usergrowth we have a bunch of criteria to select good questions. Questions that have a high ratio of followers compared to the number of answers provided. When something has 6 or 7 times the amount of followers, then there are answers at that moment. They have a lot of followers, but most answers are terrible. This will help your answer to stand out better. They have the option to add a personal image to complement your answer. They are recent. If the question is more recent, it means the questions will be fresh on the asker's mind, and they will be more likely to upvote your answer or engage you further. Also, the younger the question, the better your chances are of sitting at the top of the pile when you give a good answer. They are relevant to what you're trying to sell, or that's in line with your bio. And finally, they have an emotional pull to them. People love emotions in reading answers, and questions that have an emotional pull make it easier for you to write a genuine answer. We use these criteria to select a lot of questions first and just bookmark them using the Answer Later button. If you want, you can ask a virtual assistant in the process of identifying these hidden gems of questions that deserve your attention. Let them create a spreadsheet with a link to the questions worth answering with a column for the follower ratio, age, topic name, etc. This will let you focus on answering the questions instead of finding them. Once you've responded to 20 or 30 questions on the same topic, you will then be surfaced as an expert about it and be invited to respond. The key is to find questions related to your blog post you've already written in the past. Then you can take the snippets or the excerpts that are very relevant and answer the questions asked on Quora. So you take your snippets, you put them on Quora, and then link back to your company website or blog whenever it makes sense to do so. Don't just take a direct copy of your blog content though. Add unique content just for the Quora audience. Rewrite your content so it makes sense as a super valuable answer to their question. If you do this consistently, you will build up a lot of brand awareness and thought leadership, and more importantly, you get a ton of traffic. Right now, you're probably thinking, okay, but how can I get a lot of upvotes? The key on Quora is you don't really have to be popular to get a lot of upvotes. Some people try to game the system by telling their friends to upvote your stuff, but what really is the best strategy, the one that will give you the most long-term benefit, is to just go find the most popular questions, then have a look at the best answers, and you give a more in-depth answer than that. You also link over to your site again when relevant. Don't shove those links in people's face and you'll naturally get more upvotes than everybody else, and you climb to the top. Next to driving traffic to your content, there are a couple of other ways you can use Quora for your marketing. First, we've already established Quora is populated by real people looking for answers for something they want. Well, much like you might research coming up with content ideas by typing in keywords in Google, you can type in your keywords in Quora search, filter your results to only show questions, and there you go. You end up with a results page of real phrases used by people asking their questions using the keywords of your choosing. Second, you can easily create a brand page on Quora. The Quora community is not just discussing what the best way is to do X, but they're also discussing different products and challenges related to these products. As a result, it is an excellent way to perform some competitor research. By following a topic on Quora, you get notified about the questions and answers on that topic in your feed. This way, you can stay on top of discussions about the brands in your neighboring niches, partner companies, competitors, and so much more. Thirdly, you can also use Quora for customer support and influencing potential buyers. Just like people asking questions about your competitor products, there will be a high probability that they will also start asking questions about your product or services. You can use Quora to provide customer support to these people and provide a positive influence on those people discussing your product or service. Specific questions about your product or service might already be present on the platform even before you create your account. Using the search option on the site, you can quickly find them and start helping out your customers. The last thing we want to add before closing up this lesson, think of Quora as a community. The more you give, the more you get. And when you start spamming people, well, the people, they want you out. So if you can add value, legitimate value, real value to the readers, you get that juice in return. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. And if you want some more information still about using Quora for your marketing, be sure to check out an even more in-depth article, including a free checklist to help you get more traffic from Quora at usergrowth.io. If you got some more questions, you can always comment below. We'll respond to them. And if you enjoyed this video, like it, let us know in the comments, tell other people about it. Oh, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get notified about more marketing videos like this. That's it. Have a great day.